Welcome to That's Good Sports, the world's best but least profitable sports channel. I am Brandon Perna, the idiot who keeps talking about football despite finding very little success as a football anchor. Today, I've got the Seahawks and the Packers full game breakdown, and of course, the embarrassing footage of Aaron Rodgers accidentally acknowledging backup quarterback Scott Tolzien. Yes, touchdown! Oh God, not this guy.
Way to go, Rodgers! Woo! Tolzien!
I think everyone is in agreement that Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Aaron Rodgers opened the game with a touchdown pass that would make both Peyton Manning and Tom Brady jealous. Well, if Tom Brady had a soul, it would have made him jealous. James, who needs Jordy Nelson-Jones, absolutely burns Richard Sherman on the play for the score. But take a look at how Aaron Rodgers threw this pass. He completes it as he's rolling to his left and performs what I will now refer to as the Peter Pan pass with footwork he must have learned either in Neverland or secret ballet classes. I find Neverland to be a more believable scenario. The best part of this game is that Aaron Rodgers Hadoukened after every Packers touchdown. This gave the Packers an early 7-0 lead after some ruthless defensive play by the Packers defense, which to me makes them the best and most balanced team in the NFC. Mason Crosby boldly walked onto the field to crank out this 54-yarder right down the gooch to give the Packers a 10-0 lead. James Jones would have scored another touchdown right before halftime if his bottom didn't touch out of bounds before he caught the ball. In my experience, most bottom touching is unwanted and out of bounds. So, to me, this probably should have been a touchdown. Or, at the very least, pass interference. I mean, James Jones is molested before that ball gets there. Mason Crosby entered the game again to kick another field goal to give the Packers a 13-3 lead going into halftime. The second half is where things get really interesting. Stay tuned. Oh, you're back already. The third quarter belonged to Russell Wilson and Luke Wilson. Fun fact, both the Packers and the Seahawks have a tight end and a quarterback with the same last name. Aaron and Richard Rodgers and Russell and Luke Wilson. I bet if Dan Marino had Ken Marino on his team as tight end, he'd have gotten at least one Super Bowl win. Anyway, Luke Wilson jump-started a dying Seahawks offense with this amazing one-handed catch. Luke Wilson said, "My hair might not look as good as Clay Matthews, but damn it, people are going to remember this catch. I will find Clay after the game to talk hair product and body grooming. Win or lose, I will look as good as Clay by the end of the season." Then, Tyler Pop-Droppin' Lockett converts a huge 3rd and 11 across the middle of the field, taking a shot from Clinton Dix. The former Buffalo Bill and veteran Fred Jackson finished the drive with the receiving touchdown. Now, I'm not a Seattle fan, but I am a Fred Jackson fan, so congratulations, Fred. Later in the third quarter, Russell Wilson started making some plays with his feet. He rolls out far left here, which is strange, because with his outspoken religious beliefs, you'd think he'd prefer to be on the far right. Either way, that was a good first down. Doug Baldwin gets wide open in the back of the end zone, where Russell Wilson fires him the football, resulting in a touchdown and the first lead of the game for Seattle as they go up 17-13. After another Mason Crosby field goal, the Packers decided the fourth quarter was in fact the appropriate time to make a fourth quarter comeback. Aaron Rodgers hits my fantasy wide receiver, Randall Cobb, to get the drive going. Although I do have to say, Aaron, maybe you should look Cobb's way a little bit more in the red zone. Rodgers then finds his rookie, Ty Montgomery, the pinball wizard, as I call him, after he bounces off Seattle defenders like I just fucking said, a pinball. The Packers eventually find the end zone with a Rodgers to Rodgers connection. Rodgers makes a great move to shuffle around the defender in the back of the end zone for the score. Speaking of scoring, if I were Olivia Munn, I might be a bit worried about the growing passion being shared between the two Rodgers in Lambeau Land. The Packers go for 2, and to make things even worse for poor Olivia Munn, Rodgers finds Rodgers again for the 2-point play. The Packers, Jaron Elliott, who is 3rd on the defensive depth chart, makes a splendid A splendid, I tell you, one-handed interception with just under 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter as Seattle was driving. Olivia Munn, remember just a second ago what I said about the Rodgers boys? Well, take solace in knowing that KJ Wright has your back. He didn't like all of the footsie that was being played between the two Rodgers boys, and in honor of your name and your dignity, he tried to squish Richard Rodgers' head.
Rodgers, I'm gonna squish your head for Miss Munn. She's too beautiful to betray.
KJ Wright was ejected after that play from the game, which is probably a makeup call for the one the refs missed last week when Pac-Man Jones literally tried to de-brain Amari Cooper of the Oakland Raiders. Listen to what the announcer says right after this disgusting play happens.
That's toting the line there a little bit.
I'd say he crossed the line, lit it on fire, cut its head off, took a shit down its throat, then burnt that body with the shit still in it, put those burnt remains into some sort of fertilizer, grew a tree from it, and then chopped down that tree just for fun and burnt it while laughing. But what do I know about football? The Packers closed the drive with a field goal to give them a 27-17 lead. The Seahawks would try to drive down the field and score a touchdown. That guy I mentioned earlier, Jay Roan, I will no longer be third on the depth chart Elliott, hammer chops the ball right out of Fred Jackson's hands. The Packers recovered the ball with less than 30 seconds to go in the game, get the win, 27-17, and start the season 2-0. Hey Seattle, just because you're home to the 12th man doesn't mean you actually get to have 12 men on the field. Idiots?
No, I can have 12 men. I swear I can have 12. What? I can have 12 on the field. I swear. That guy right there, he was supposed to be invisible. What's wrong? Oh, my Russell Wilson's gone.
What I really enjoy seeing in professional sports is sportsmanship. And Russell Wilson and Clay Matthews had each other's back during the game.
Mouthpiece, Clay? I see ya.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I put it in my mouth.
Anyway, thanks for watching That's Good Sports. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and give me a follow on Twitter at Brandon Perna. Sharing these videos on your social media platforms really helps me out quite a bit, so do it. Do it until your friends say, why the hell do you keep posting those shitty videos? Then you tell your friends to fuck off and you keep doing it anyway.